Hey guys, it's Edie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you're all doing well. And in today's video, we are going to be picking my December TBR. And that is just crazy to think about that it's already almost December. Like, this year's just gone so quickly. How we're going to be choosing my TBR for December is by these like Illumicrate prompt cards. I got them in, I can't remember which month was it? Was it October's? It might have been October's monthly subscription. I got these in them and I've just really wanted to use them, and today is the day we're going to be using them. So basically what these are, I don't know how many there is, but there's like loads of different like prompts, and I'm just gonna pick one out at random and I'm going to choose a book that goes with that prompt. It's a bit like a TBR jar I've done previously, but instead of me choosing prompts to put in the jar, these are prompts that Illumicrate have done. And there are different ones that I have put in my TBR jar prompt thing, if that makes sense. So I thought I'd just switch it up this time. I am not very good at shuffling cards. Like, this is the extent it gets to, okay? And I'm going to be picking 6 books to read for my December TBR. I'm never very good at TBRs. I never stick to them. I read usually about 2 books from my TBR each month, but I'm going to try and get better. But anyway, let's just start choosing the books I'm going to be hopefully reading in December. Give it a quick shuffle before I pick the first one. And the first one is going to be, I'll show you guys first. I almost just dropped them everywhere. That's the first one, and that is the newest book on your shelf. Ooh, there's quite a lot of books that I've brought recently. If you've watched one of my recent videos, I've done a book haul, so the last book that came from that, I can't remember. Or could I just pick any book from there? Or have I had a delivery recently? I don't know. I hauled these 2 books in that book haul video, and I really want to read one of these, and I don't know which one I am going to choose. I am going to choose Passenger Princess by Morgan Elizabeth. Just how cute is that cover? I've read one other book, I think, by Morgan Elizabeth, and it's a Christmas one, and I really did like it. I am really intrigued by this because this is like, it says here, it's a Grumpy Sunshine, Forced Proximity, Bodyguard, Pageant Queen, Age Gap, Road Trip, He Falls First, Spicy Rom-Com. So it sounds really interesting. I'm really looking forward to reading it, and it's not too long of a book either. It is, how many pages? Just over 300 pages, 308 pages. But the thing is, this book is literally the size of my head compared to like a standard UK paperback. Let me get one out. This is the book, and this is a standard UK paperback size. It's a lot bigger than the standard UK book, but it's still quite short and sweet, and I feel like I am going to love it. Let's do my great shuffling again, and then let's pick the second prompt, which is going to be, is a book with werewolves. I don't know if I have any books with werewolves, because I have Bride by Ali Hazelwood, and that's werewolves, but I've read that. Let me do a bit of research on TikTok to see if I can find any. So I've just had a little look on TikTok, and I can't find any like recommendations that I have physical copies of, so I feel like we just need to ignore this one, not do it, because I don't have anything that fits that prompt. So we're just going to choose a different prompt for the second book. So do a quick shuffle. And then this one. This is the prompt. And it is an urban fantasy book. Oh, I think I know what I'm going to choose. I have chosen City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, which is the first book in the Mortal Instruments, which I believe is all part of the Shadowhunters sort of universe. This series, Immortal Instruments, I know is 6 books long. You read the first 3 books, then you go on to the Eternal Device series and read those 3 books. Then you go back to the 3 books that are left in this series. And I've always really wanted to read it, and this is such like a loved series, so I've chosen this, and I'm really, really excited to read this because I've heard so many things about it, and I feel like I'd like this series, so this is a book we chose with prompt number 2. Okay, so now we're going to choose prompt number 3, which is going to be And that is A Book with a Magical School or College. I believe this is set in a school, if I'm correct. I believe this is like set in like a university. It talks about a university and trying to bring it down and so what. So I guess this could go with this prompt. That's what I'm going to choose. So if you didn't already see it, it's Immortal Dark by Grimmer, I want to say. I don't know if that's how you pronounce the name, but that's what I'm going with. So I'm going to go with this. And it has like vampires in it, and I don't think I've ever read like a vampire fantasy book, so I'm quite intrigued at this because I love Twilight so much. I feel like I might like this because Twilight has vampires in it. So this is the one we chose for that prompt. So I'm going to shuffle them again, and we are going to pick the 4th prompt, which is going to be, oh, I'm going to drop them all now, there we go. I don't know if you can see that, there we go. It is a book with a 1-word title. I think I want to choose a romance book for this. I do have a video planned in December where I'm going to be reading dark romances, so I think I'm going to pick one of those books I'm going to read for that reading vlog. And that book is Credence by Penelope Douglas. I've never read Penelope Douglas' book. I brought this book when it went really viral on like Book Talk, so I've got the like indie self-published like version of it. I've heard things about it. I don't really know why I brought it when I did, but this has been sitting on my like TBR for like easily over a year, and I kind of just been putting it off because the things I have heard about it, I'm a bit, that's a bit strange. I'm going to be doing a reading vlog where I'm going to be reading this and some other dark romance books because I feel like it's just, we can experience it together in a way, I guess. But yeah, this is what the 4th prompt for a book with a 1-word title. Okay, so we're going to shuffle them again. Not that the shuffling is very good. And we are going to pick the 5th prompt, which is going to be this. And that is A Book with a morally great characters. So it took me a while to decide which book I was going to pick that has a morally grey character in it, because I feel like there's quite a lot of options, definitely between like dark romance and fantasy. I went with a dark romance book that I've just seen everywhere on social media, and I haven't been putting it off, I just haven't picked it up. No reason why, but like the concept of it just really intrigues me. It is Butcher and Blackbird by Brynje Weaver. That's what I'm going to go with, but this is the book. And if you don't know this, this is basically, they are both serial killers, and that's all I really remember. Do they meet like once a year or something like that? But I can't remember, but that's how it is. That's roughly what I remember about it, but I'm just really intrigued by it. So I'm going to reshuffle them for the last time in this video, and I'm going to pick the 6th prompt to pick our 6th book, which is going to be a book that is a sequel to one you have read before. I know which one I'm going to read because the 3rd book in this series has literally recently come out, and I really want to read it. So we are going to pick Nightbane by Alex Astor, because this is the 2nd book. The 3rd book came out last month, and I just really want to get to it because I really did enjoy the 1st book, and I like the cliffhanger it kind of leaves off. I'm like, I want to know what happens, I want to know what's going on. There's like 2 sort of like love interests, and one of them I'm just obsessed with. But yeah, this is a book we've chosen for the 6th prompt. Let's just do a quick overview of the 6 books I've chosen for December's TBR. So the 1st prompt we got was the newest book on your shelf, and I chose Passenger Princess by Morgan Elizabeth. The 2nd prompt was Urban Fantasy book, and I chose City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. The 3rd prompt was a book with a magical school or college, and I chose Immortal Dark by Grimmer. The 4th prompt was a book with a 1-word title, and I chose Credence by Penelope Douglas. The 5th prompt was a book with a why can't I say that word? A book with a morally grey characters, and I chose Butcher and Blackbird by Brynje Weaver. The 6th prompt was a book that is a sequel to one you have read before, and I chose Nightbane by Alex Astor. those are the 6 books I've chosen to hopefully be able to get around to read in December. I feel like there's some really good like books in here and a mixture of different things. We've got some romance, dark romance and fantasy, and I'm just very excited about some of these books. So that is everything for the December TBR video. If you do want to see like especially the dark romance reading vlog, do subscribe because then you will come up in your subscription box when I post it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't, like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!